First, forget inspiration. Habit is more dependable. Habit will sustain you whether you're inspired or not. Octavia Butler. My friends, remember that. Make your 10 to 15 minutes each and every day not inspiration, but habit. It is habit that will get you to do what you need to do. I get up every morning, 6 a.m. My workout days are my workout days. Doesn't matter how I feel. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. Same with charting the markets each and every day. 10 to 15 minutes, that is all you need. And if you will spend the time, you will see the results. And do not worry about how long it takes. Why? Because once you master the markets, you'll make up for all the time you ever spent. But you won't do it by spending 3 hours every 2 weeks. No, each and every day. Let's jump into these charts. Coming to you a little early because I'm traveling here in a few minutes, about 1:30, and we see everything up except gold. Let's jump first into the S&P 500 right now, up 0.35%. And what do we see? Well, we talked about this. We had all that volume back on the week beginning the 15th of April. That's where we had our interim low. And then, of course, we had the volume last week right there at the average spinning top, showing us that things were looking to be turning around. Now, again, wasn't as strong as what we see on the NASDAQ 100, but that is what we saw happening. And, of course, it is happening. Look at all these days of up movement. Now, let's look at the Qs. What's up with the NASDAQ 100? That one much stronger. Again, that same week, April the 15th, beginning that Monday, we saw the interim low, and then we saw a green spinning top with average volume. And this week, again, we're long on both the S&P and the NASDAQ 100. Let's look at where we are on bonds. Bonds also turned around. We saw this red doji, and again, not a great signal for a turnaround. Does show tons of indecision. And of course, we had the interim low that prior week without average volume. We had close to it the week before. This is a hard one to call. Is it easy to see it after the fact? Yes. Is it something we would have pulled the trigger on, or did we? No. It's just hard to see. Now, does it mean that as this develops, you could not pull the trigger late and get yourself into it for the day, up 0.78%? We are long TLT, but again, the trigger point hard. Now, you might say, well, can I just okay, this is the kind of thing I urge you guys to pay attention to and practice and see how instituting the always winning formula so that you do set your profit and loss bands, let your profits run, cut your losses. You can sure see how that works with each and every rotation around. Of course, the problem is you can get yourself faked out again and again and again. If you just pull the trigger when you see green or red thinking, hey, there's a down move, hey, there's an up move, you can pull the trigger all the time, and what you waste away there is the profits on the good trades. So I like things to set up beautifully. I like them to look like the Qs here. I like them to, again, have that high volume in the low, and then average to high volume in the low, and then average to high volume in the green spinning top turnaround, which is typically what you see on trades that work. Let's go to gold. Gold again, as I told you guys yesterday, my feeling is after blowing off this much steam, gold is going to be in a down move. Now, again, we had the interim high back on the week beginning April the 8th. We had a red spinning doji last week with average volume. I believe gold is going to be going down. We are short gold, and what happened today right now, down 0.42%. A week down, and by week, W-E-A-K. A week down so far, I think that's where it's going. And again, I have the always winning formula to protect me in case I'm wrong. We cut our losses and run our profits. Now, let's see what's going on with HODL up right now, 0.5%. 24-hour Bitcoin up 0.41%. Again, still short. We can see how this week opened lower, this 2-day candle. You can see that it is below the weekly trend line, as is the half day, been moving up toward it, but not penetrating. So again, hoping things will just continue to move down till they get long in the tooth, and then Bitcoin cleanly and concisely rotates over so we can follow it up. That may or may not happen. Hasn't happened much in the past, but as Bitcoin matures, as a traded, just reasonably traded, not just in these exchanges, but with all the new funds on the stock exchanges, hopefully we will see Bitcoin stabilizing more and giving us more favorable charting signals. That's where we are, folks. So appreciate you being with us. Always love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com is our email address. Let us hear from you. God bless.